An Old English proverb says, "Don't dig your grave with your own knife and fork." In relation to this quote, we know a person's eating habits can be detrimental to their health. A low-carb diet is an option in the never-ending battle of the bulge. To understand low-carb diets, we must first bite into what it is and what it does and chew on the pros and cons. What is a carbohydrate? According to the Oxford Dictionary, a carbohydrate is an organic compound that occurs in foods and living tissues and includes sugars, starches, and cellulose. They contain hydrogen, oxygen, and can usually be broken down to release energy. What do carbs do for the body? There are two types of carbs, simple and complex. Simple carbs are found in things like brown sugar, chocolate, cake, and fruits. According to sfgate.com, they are good for the body in small amounts, but with too many of them, they can cause high blood sugar. Complex carbs. The main complex carb is starch, which is found in bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, and corn. These help with digestion and making a person full, but with too many of them, they can cause a lot of weight gain. What is a low-carb diet? It is a type of diet where your main focus is cutting back on the amount of carbs that you eat each day. People use this diet mainly to lose weight over a longer period of time. This is also a diet used by people to control diabetes or to help them when they are at a high risk of developing it. Here are some examples of low-carb diets. One is called a ketogenic diet, which is where you cut back to 50 carbs in a day and your body alters the way that it uses energy from the carbs to your fat. Cottage cheese is an example of a low-carb food to eat with this diet because it only has 9 carbs in the whole container as shown here on the nutrition label. This is a way to lose weight in a longer time period, such as 24 weeks. With this diet, people try to eat carbs that are high in nutrients. According to About.com, some low-carb diet books that are popular are Atkins, South Beach, Zone, Protein Power, and Sugar Busters. Most of these diets include different phases. For most of them, you start out by eating no carbs at all for a few weeks and then start slowly adding carbs back into your diet over time. These diets also involve learning how to count your carbs so you do not go over a certain amount in a day. This is usually more than 50 carbs though, unlike in the other diet plan. The pros and cons of using a low-carb diet. Pros. If you use proper weight training routines with this diet, you can lose weight and increase your muscle definition. You can determine your own amount of carbs to have a day. Certain people have sensitivities to carbs, such as where one person would benefit to cut down to 50 carbs, another might not need to cut down that much. You also do not need to count calories on this type of dieting. By not counting calories, it is a lot easier to eat less processed foods and more fresh foods because you do not need to know the amount of calories you are consuming. Cons. One con, according to Janet Renee on Livestrong.com, is that using a low-carb diet can lower the amount of protein and fiber that your body is getting in a day. This diet increases your levels of cholesterol and can cause long-term damage to your kidneys. There are not a lot of choices in foods on this type of diet. Most foods contain carbs and not usually a little amount, so it may be hard to find foods that are good for this diet. So in conclusion, by biting into what it is and what it does and digesting the pros and cons, we can understand why low-carb diets are worthy of our deliberation and investigation. Low-carb diets have their advantages and disadvantages when it comes to weight loss. Basically, dieting depends on your wants and needs and how much you can handle. Statistics show that 95% of all diets fail. As many people have learned, there is no quick, easy weight loss. Healthy eating habits and adequate exercise are the safest tools in maintaining a healthy weight.